Arkansas Yarn Company, and today is our very first podcast. So I have Jessica and Anna here with me, and you all know that Anna is the one who does all of the chalkboard art.
I do. Currently it is a winter scene, even though we have, no winter. No, it's quite nice outside. Yeah.
Actually, Anna is our resident Canadian, so if it's over 0, Anna's hot. So it's actually freezing here. I think it's 48 degrees outside and I'm freezing, and she's like summer.
I mean, it's really not that bad. I mean, 32 degrees is cold. 50 is not bad.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of freezing. Not a fan. I'm not. So I have been knitting something to keep me warm, and I want to show y'all this. This is the super crop cardi from Loopy Mango, and I'm knitting this. This is my extra plump yarn, and I'm holding it double because Loopy Mango is a mega bulky, and so I got the pattern out of this Loopy Mango book, and it's actually this little one here on the back. So I am almost completely finished. I just have this one sleeve left to go and weave in my ends, and I am done. What are you working on?
Currently I am working on some 2 at a time socks for my boyfriend, and I've got several whips actually going on. I still have my Thunderbolts and Lightning from the Stephen West Yarn Along.
Look how pretty that is, y'all.
And this is a yak silk blend. Believe it's from La Vie Mamie.
No, I think
was this Undercover Otter?
It was Undercover Otter.
This one's Undercover Otter. Currently have it on my Mindful cable with the little end caps because I had to steal its needles.
We're always stealing the needles. Always.
Yeah. And then I am still working on my Botanic from Stephen West. And this is using Arkansas Yarn Co. yarn and Zauberball, which is
so pretty.
Really pretty.
It's so pretty.
I always have this going, but this is the Brioche Chevron from Stephen West, and it's all of my yarn scraps.
Oh, that's cute. Little stitch marker. I don't know if that can even really be seen, but that is adorable.
It's a little London double-decker bus stitch marker, but this is also on end stoppers because I had to take its needles.
This right here, this rainbow yarn, this is from Mitchell's Creations. That's her Happy Go Lucky. And then this gray is our, is this cast iron skillet?
The dark gray is cast iron skillet. That's my main color.
On my super sparkle base. But I cannot tell y'all enough how gorgeous this is in person. Mitchell's Creations Tara does such a great job. She's my sweet good friend, and I love her yarn. It's so beautiful. What are you working on? Are you done?
I've got one more.
Oh, she has one more.
Well, she has like 10 more, but
no, I only have one more. And I am still working on my slip extravaganza. I am on section 4 now. I just started it last night.
Let me help you that. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So we have do we still have a kit of this?
Maybe in sparkle, but
I
not
think
in
we
blush.
have one kit in this
gray and green.
Gray and green, and it's a gradient gray. And then Jessica, traditionally, when she does a Stephen West, she usually does it in that lime green and one of my grays or some of my grays.
Well,
which
I do for the mystery knit along.
As you can see, when she's wearing the Texture Time shawl. And y'all, this was Jessica's very first Stephen West.
It was my very first brioche.
And it was, yes, she learned a whole lot of things, but look how gorgeous this is. So, so, so beautiful.
And that's all that I have going on.
And that's a great segue into Anna's. Anna also knit the slipstravaganza.
Blue is my favorite color. And so this is out from behind the curtain. So this is Arkansas Yarn Company yarn, and the blue is dating a royal.
Yes.
It's beautiful blue.
Y'all, let me
So
tell you
bright.
this funny story about this shawl. So Anna got this kit, and Jessica wanted her desperately to cast on with her, and Anna's like, I think I'm gonna secretly cast it on and not tell Jessica. So Anna knitted and knitted and knitted and knitted all of this in secret, and we hung it up in the classroom, and Jessica never saw it. And so, I mean, and then finally she sees it, and she's looking like, I so don't want to give them the pleasure of a comment, but I can't help myself, so she had to comment. We were laughing. I was laughing so hard I was crying. It was so funny. And so Jessica likes to, Anna's favorite line from the Elf movie is, you sit on a throne of lies. And so that's what Jessica said to her. You're such a liar.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly, yes. It was so funny.
And it was fairly believable because I tend to be a little bit more monogamous in my knitting. And so I was just like, no, I just want to finish. What else was I working on?
The botanic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I was not making a lot of progress on the botanic, and I guess Jessa just thought I'm slow.
You just
Like,
weren't knitting.
Yeah,
I mean, you were
wasn't knitting.
traveling and
Yes, I was.
Yes.
So it was like a believable situation, but her face was priceless when she finally
So
saw
priceless.
it.
I'm like, she's like, well, her mouth wasn't hanging open, but she was like this. It was so hilarious. I wish y'all could have seen it. I actually tried to video it, but I didn't want to give it away because we hung it where we hang the Pierre shawl from Stephen West. We do a lot of Stephen West here in the store. It's our favorite. I just finished my botanic shawl. If you watch my Wool on Wednesday, you know that. And Anna beat me because Anna and I were in a race at the end. We were literally on the exact rows.
We were.
When we started.
Multiple times we ended
Yes.
up on
And so,
yeah, but Anna doesn't sleep at night, and so Anna
Yeah.
just stays up all night knitting.
yeah,
It was
And
like
that kinda
3 in the
gives her an
morning.
advantage.
she had an
Yeah.
advantage because
She does have to sleep.
I had to get my beauty sleep. So yeah, so I was not a good sport. I do not like losing. I'm highly competitive, and I really, really didn't want Anna winning, but
I was happy.
yeah. And she's been just only a little bit did she rub it in.
Yeah, only slightly gloaty.
And twice now on my Wool on Wednesdays, I have said Anna beat me.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
So now I am working on, I'm actually working on 2 projects, but I only brought 1. So I love yarn bags, and this one was made for me by someone super lovely. I wonder, is that showing up? It's so sparkly. I came, I saw, I had anxiety, so I left. I super love this.
I made it. She's talking
She's
about me.
super lovely. And then the project in it, I want to say it's called Graphic Kerchief. And it's something very simple. But
Graphic kerchief.
yeah, kerchief. Kerchief. So this is
That's pretty.
how it's looking. Those 2 little blue, whoops, this had some short rows in it, so that the 2,
Is that my yarn?
It's all your yarn.
Is this all the same skein?
Yes. So this is
Really?
this is the sad gnome, and then this is
Oh, I see.
dating a royal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was,
So and
okay.
it's working up so pretty.
You had enough of it left over from your
From
shawl.
the slip strapping.
The sad gnome is this part right here. I am so in love with the way it's knitted up. That's so gorgeous. That's beautiful.
It is. It's almost like, I don't know, watercolor.
It's pretty. It's
something.
on a very, very light silvery gray base, and then it has a lot of
blue speckles.
a blue speckle, and then I also speckled it with a tad bit of a teal color in there as well, just to give it some depth and dimension. It's turning out really pretty.
So I do not really use the interchangeable needles. I tend to always go for the fixed chagoos, and if I have a project on needles and I'm not very organized, I'm not super organized, so my needles are all over my house, and if I can't find them like that, then I go and buy another set of needles.
I love that.
And naturally. So I went to start a sweater and was looking for a size 6 and found literally, I think it was 5 size 4s.
Stephen West knits a lot of things in 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
A lot of designers are designing on
Yeah.
4s and 5s right now.
Actually, when I first started knitting, I made this vow that I was never gonna knit anything under a size 7. It is very rare for me to knit anything over a size
Mhm.
5.
I mean, we used to
anymore.
knit a lot of DK items too.
We did. Well, we lived in Virginia, on the DC side of Virginia, and on the Virginia side of DC, and it was colder in the winter.
It
And,
was.
but here, it's not that cold, and so we tend to knit a lot of things in fingering weight.
We do.
I'm knitting. Are you knitting anything else?
I'm just knitting a sweater, but I don't even know what it's called.
Do you have it with you?
Oh, that fade sweater you started?
But it's not the fade sweater, it's just,
She's going to fade it with the
Right.
marling, but
Right,
it's
right.
not a fading
Mhm.
sweater.
I went through and grabbed up a whole bunch of,
Stash.
yeah, my stash, all these single ones that, you pick up randomly from wherever.
Because they speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one skein.
Yeah.
The one skein that you have to have.
So mine is mostly blue and
Really?
gray.
It is blue and gray. We all have our comfort zones. Mine tend to be in obviously the pink family, but Jessica almost always goes for a lime green gray combination. But I kind of was branching out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I started. I don't know if y'all have seen online the lotus hat. I decided to try it with my extra plump yarn, and so it's so pretty. It's so pretty, and this is the star stitch, and I have enjoyed this. I did all of this last night, and I just need to finish up there's 4 rows of a decrease, and I'll be finished with it, and I'm gonna put a dark navy blue palm on it. But so that y'all can see what the contrast color looks like, this is called Lagoon. It's on my extra plump, and then the white that I used was wedding cake. This has been so much fun, and this is completely, totally outside of my comfort zone. I never knit anything blues. The only thing that would be more outside my comfort zone is if I were knitting in brown, which probably not gonna happen. So that's the lotus flower hat, and I'll tell y'all, this has been fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And the only other thing that I'm knitting, it's actually also blue, is Scott's socks, and I'm knitting them 2 at a time, toe up, which my friend Laura from Knit for Brains taught me how to do this when she was here visiting me. I love this very much. This is my favorite method, and this is a new dyer that's coming to our store soon, and it's called Woolen and Nosh, and she'll be here probably towards the middle of February, which it is February 1st today. It's wow. So this is I love these self-striping. She does a really great job with it. This yarn is lovely to work with.
I love that blue.
I love the blue in it too, and Scott is a Detroit Lions fan, and I thought these would be really cute for him. When he was in the hospital recently, having he had just surgery, and so I just wanted something that I didn't really have to think about when I was there. And so I got most of this done while he was in the hospital, and then I started working on my Lippy Mango sweater, and so these I knit on these when I'm in church because I have to think, and just they're simple. I like a vanilla. What do y'all like? Do you how are you knitting your socks? Leave us a comment and let us know. But I'm really enjoying these. Jessica, she doesn't even have to look to knit. She just knits.
I mean, if it's something simple like the knit stitch, I don't really have to look and pay attention. It's a lot of feel. One of my goals this year is to start working on the 52 weeks of socks.
Oh.
I'd like to work my way through that. I don't think I'm gonna do a pair a week. I mean, that's not, I don't knit at that speed.
I don't really think that's for us. I don't know that would be achievable.
No, but I definitely want to start working my way through that. That's got some really pretty socks and slipper patterns in there.
It's so pretty. It's a gorgeous book too.
I'm also going to work on finishing a lot of my whips this year, which I've already finished one of them. My goal was to get this sweater finished by the end of January, and I scraped through with a couple days left.
She did?
It's so pretty.
Oh, didn't you finish that on Friday night?
I did finish it Friday night. It is my Weekender Light sweater, which is also made out of Arkansas Yarn Company yarn. And this is the colorway opening day.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. I had a blast working on this.
What size did you end up doing?
I ended up knitting the 52-inch bust, which, because it's supposed to have 10 inches of positive ease, so that was as close as I could get to that, and I'm excited to wear it.
I tried it on Saturday, and it is that yarn. I amazed myself. I'm not joking. It felt like cashmere on my skin. It was. I'm humble, but I'm not joking. That was so soft. I could not even believe how soft it is. You're gonna love wearing that. I actually wanted her to give it to me.
So I started it back in August, August 1st actually. I started that and the Botanic on the same day.
Right.
And so I had some test knits come up, and so I put it on the back burner, and then the Slip Stravaganza came along, and I started working on that as well, in between my test knits.
Right.
And so I picked it back up at the beginning of the year, and I started working on it, and I really wanted to get it finished. I was very close to finishing it.
She was so close to finishing it.
So I am finishing whips the beginning of this year.
Yeah. That'll be, I don't have it with me, but one of the main whips that I have is, what's it called? The Painting Brick Shawl from Stephen West. I was really cranking away on that, and I set it aside. Did I set it aside to start the Botanic?
Probably.
I set it aside to start I think the Botanic.
Yeah, probably. It was about the same time.
Yes.
Because
And
you were working on that over the summer.
I was, and so that is one thing that I really want to get off my needles, and that was the Painted Bricks was my first. Was that my first? Yes,
Painted Bricks was your first.
Was my very first Stephen West, and I was always pretty intimidated by his patterns because they seem so complicated, and I've enjoyed both of the Stephen West that I've been working on. My botanic shawl, and then that painted bricks. They're so easy. They're just, it's literally knitting and purling and slipping stitches. It's so easy, so it's very achievable.
That's why a lot of people really enjoy the mosaic knitting, is just because it's simple. It gives you a color work effect without without having to use more than one color at a time.
Yes.
Well, and anything that he feels needs explaining, his videos are just terrific.
They are.
They are so fun.
They are.
And very, like, they're
He's so
hilarious
funny.
He is
and
funny.
sweet and all of the things, and encouraging, and just he explains things really well.
Hey, did you see when he was pulling up that skein of yarn and he's dialing and
dialing
he's
into
talking? And it was
His
his
yarn phone.
his number one fan is Lori. I totally wanted to say you're spelling my name wrong because he's so cute.
He is. He's hilarious.
We really would love to have him come visit us at Arkansas Yarn Company. We do a lot of Stephen West projects here in the store, and
He's probably my favorite designer.
he's really good. Yeah.
He's got a lot of very modern knits. He definitely seems to kind of be
He's
paving
modern.
the way and changing the way that people feel about knitted items.
I think so. They're fun.
They are.
I think my first one was 2 years ago now.
Was it 2 years?
Well, you guys haven't been here 2 years, but it
No, it was
When?
the yarn along, wasn't it? Over the summer.
was it. It was whatever
The Labium,
the
you used Labium me in that teal and gray.
yeah.
Yeah, that was over the summer.
Wow.
2020 seemed much longer than it was.
Jessica did the yarn along with Stephen West, and the shawl that they're talking about, we'll pull that for the next podcast so y'all can catch up with what we're talking about. It was, I don't think that pattern has been released
It
yet.
has. All 3 of them have been released now.
It was so beautiful, and it was Anna's first Stephen West, and
And I
she,
didn't even get to keep it.
Well, it was a shop sample.
Yeah.
it was, but she did get to knit with Labium me, which we haven't knitted with.
Oh.
We haven't. I have not.
No,
It was fun though, finally jumping in, because yeah, I think I was one of those too where I was like, I don't know if I can.
But it was a
do
simple
this.
one.
Yeah.
But it was simple. It was a crescent.
Yeah.
It was a crescent,
Well, there were
and
2 options.
there
and
were.
We decided we wanted the crescent.
I
The
liked the crescent.
semicircle.
Yeah,
It looked pretty prettier, I
I
think.
really need
A
to
crescent.
refresh my memory on that too.
it was beautiful. There were short rows in that?
See, I need to refresh my
Yeah, I don't think so.
memory on that.
I don't think there were.
Yeah,
I know.
maybe not.
I can't remember. I can't remember now.
It was, I do think there was a different start on it than I was used to, but
Oh, was it a garter tab cast on?
possibly.
I don't think it was a garter tab. I think it was
Oh,
probably his
the
I-cord
I-cord
tab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was very interesting.
It is.
But
I have to watch that video
Yeah.
every single time to do it.
and he's just like, okay, well, just
Find something.
just
Yeah.
grab that. Like, okay.
Whatever you can find.
Yeah, whatever you can find. He makes it seem like you can totally do this.
Mhm.
He's
Good can.
yeah, he's great. He's our favorite. We
Yeah.
love him. Stephen, if you happen to watch this video, can you please come see us because we love you.
It's
Like
just
seriously, we love you.
a short few plane rides. I was about to say train, but that could.
Yeah, I don't think you can take a train across the Atlantic.
However, if you are visiting your parents in Oklahoma, we're only 1 state away. I think we're only about 4 hours from Tulsa.
Or was that only 4 hours?
Well, I think so. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look
Yeah,
and see.
4 or 5. I think I've made that
I
train.
think so.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 hours to Fort Smith from here. and I think it's only another hour to Tulsa.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
now
I think
they have those toll booths.
Yeah, they do.
I don't-
the Cimarron Turnpike
I mean, it's delightful.
and windy. It's so windy. It is.
It is.
It's
yeah.
like practically the minute you know when you get in from Oklahoma into Arkansas, because the wind stops blowing your car all over the road.
That's how Anna feels about Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
It's kind of fun. I never really went on like roller coasters and theme parks as a child, so that was kind of like, you know, that was entertaining.
When it makes your tummy tickle, flutter.
Yeah. So, you know, the ride was just hanging on to your steering wheel and making sure you didn't fly off the road.
Yeah, making sure you stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Well, and your arms are so sore after, because you're holding it so tight just to stay straight. By the time you stop for gas and you stretch, your arms are so sore. At least mine are. At least mine are. My family lives in Oklahoma, so when I drive to visit, I don't go through Tulsa though. I go through Oklahoma City. Well, my family lives in Hennessy and Dover, Oklahoma, which is near Oklahoma City, between Enid and Oklahoma City, and so I don't like Tulsa traffic, so I tend to go around to Oklahoma City and then go through Hennessy and Dover, and so the road is just better, and I don't have to go through the turnpike.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's a plus.
But I just got a new car, but I did have a little Pike Pass sticker that you put on your windshield, and that's
Go right through.
like the best thing in the whole, whoever invented that is awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole lot easier than trying to make sure you have enough change in the car to
So
pay the toll.
much. Like back in the day when we were driving back and forth from, we lived in Garber, Oklahoma, and then we went to school. Scott and I got married after my freshman year of college and his sophomore year of college, and so we would drive back and forth from Stillwater, where Oklahoma State is, into where our families lived, and you always had to have all the change, and you just had to throw it in the thing, in that
In the little basket.
It's so satisfying. You hear it go tick, 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 all the way down. I love that. But it's not always fun. Otherwise, if you didn't have any cash, because you know we were college students and newly married, we would have to go a different way home so that we had to pay the toll. But yeah, that's. So I try not to take a toll road if I don't have to. I don't know. Also, if you don't have that little thing, you have to sit in
Oh,
line,
yeah.
and like I'm just a get there kind of girl, so
Yeah,
I
I don't
know
have a lot of patience.
I don't have a lot of patience for standing in a line of cars waiting for someone who knew the pass was coming up, because 3, 2, 1 miles down they tell you
Yes.
it's coming, and they just start looking for their money right then.
Last exit available.
Yes.
before the-
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on for the week?
What? Okay, this is Monday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid my house bill today. That
Yeah.
was my yeah. I which was a day late, but
Day later than you like to be.
yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't late because they give you like this
You
certain
still have
amount
10
of time.
days.
Yeah, but I usually pay it like
You're a
2
day
weeks
early?
in advance, or so, because my husband very much likes to be on time with things early. So
Are you an on-time person?
I don't feel like I like to
She's-
sleep in.
She's not an
I'm a
on-time.
sleep-in person.
That's because you're up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, and then my dog is like, no, we should just stay in bed, and I agree. So
Let's stay in bed, Mama.
yeah, I'm just like, I can't disappoint the little dog.
When you start to
You
get
mean
up
the
in that
Tasmanian
paw.
devil that likes to eat my hair.
Yeah, I'm glad she cut that out with Jessie, but Jessa is my dog's favorite person, and she'll be like fast asleep under a blanket, and then she'll hear Jessa walking up to the door, and she freaks out. Just, at least she doesn't wet herself anymore.
Well, yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of experiencing that.
She kind of outgrew that right in time for you.
But she does like to hop up on the couch behind me and just eat at my hair, which is a little annoying.
I don't know why she.
It kind of gets rid of the. She's helping you with those split ends.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, she doesn't care for me then in my split end.
She just doesn't care for you.
Aw,
My
that's so
sweet
nice.
baby. I used to be her favorite person.
So y'all, when I don't know if y'all know this or not, but so Jessica's my only child, and she lived in Chattanooga before she moved to Arkansas. And I told her that I was thinking of buying this building. We bought a historic building on our main street, and I asked her if she would consider coming and helping me run the yarn store, and she's like, yeah. Well, she was never gonna move to Arkansas, but I'm like, hey, would you like to help me run the yarn store? And she's like, yes. So she moved here, and
It beat working at McDonald's.
yeah, I'm a nice boss. I'm nice and not really a boss, but I am bossy.
I
And
mean,
I'm not really a
Somebody's got to keep her in line. So.
Jessica actually is the boss of me. Everyone will tell you, but
As a creative person, she's just all over the place. So
don't tell all the secrets.
So
I have it all together, y'all. Don't listen to her. But Jessica moved here, and the only people she knew was her family. My in-laws live here, and then Scott's family, and then
I mean, they all
there's
live on
us.
the same property.
We all live
so-
on the same property on a tree farm. My father-in-law is a pine tree farmer now, and so we all live on the same property, but we live separate. So I live a little bit further away.
They're all a couple acres apart from each other.
Yeah, and so so Jessica is moving here, and she bought a house in Hot Springs, and I said a prayer for God to send Jessica a friend so that she didn't have just family. I wanted her to have a good friend. And then Anna walks in the door, and she has been Jessica's best friend literally ever since.
Okay, so I call into question though how much she likes me, because
Me or my mother?
you,
Okay.
because
Is this about the button?
this is about the cupcakes.
Well, I'm on the same page then, because we're mad at Jessica.
So there's a new cupcake shop in Hot Springs, and Anna and I were going to go yesterday to get the cupcakes, and then Lucas decided that he wanted me to hang out with him yesterday, and so Lucas and I went and got the cupcakes, and
Without Anna?
And Anna is not happy with me.
What kind of cupcake did you get?
I got a king cake and a Nutella cupcake.
and she didn't bring me one. I
I
mean,
only had one.
Did you go get the king cake already?
No, it gets picked up on Wednesday,
On Wednesday.
and Lucas is gonna pick it up.
So there's a place in Hot Springs called Will's Cinnamon Rolls, and they have a king cake that is literally like a cinnamon roll. It's just one big giant cinnamon. It is the best king cake I've ever had in my entire life.
So when Lucas and I lived in Chattanooga, we got king cake for the each year that we lived there, and it was just one of those store-bought king cakes. Came in the big Mardi Gras looking box, and so when we moved out here, last year was our first Fat Tuesday in Arkansas, and so Anna actually told me that Will's was making king cakes, and they were taking orders for king cakes. And so I ordered one, and I brought it to the farm for the family to have.
So good.
and it was so much better than the store-bought king cakes.
So
but
good.
It's because it's fresh. It's not commercially made.
Well, and there's this yummy ribbon of cinnamon sugar, buttery cinnamon sugar running through it. My mouth is watering. It was so good.
Did that come with a thing in it?
It came with a baby.
Yeah,
but
there was a baby.
So he doesn't cook the baby into the king cake. He gives you a little plastic wrapped baby
Oh,
to put
okay.
in the king cake.
I've never had one.
So basically, king cake, the tradition is from Christmas until Fat Tuesday.
Mhm.
You're supposed to like get together with people throughout that time frame and have like a dinner party, and you make a king cake, and there's a baby in it, a little plastic baby in it, and whoever gets the piece with the baby in it has to make the king cake next time.
So we just told Jessica she has to get the king cake next time too, because she was clearly very, very good at picking them out. So
I mean,
Acquiring the king cake.
Will's
Yeah.
is just absolutely
also
delicious.
she lives in Hot Springs and I don't, and so it's on her way.
It's a half an hour
So-
drive for me every day to get here.
Are you gonna bring us some on Thursday? Or are you gonna bring it to the farm on Friday? On Fridays we have family
No,
dinner.
We're supposed to have birthday cake on Friday.
Ooh. So Jessica's birthday was January 13th. If you follow us on Instagram, you probably saw that. But Jessica had just started the Whole30 diet, and so she opted to not have a cake until after she got off of that first 30 days. So that's today. And so we're going to
Technically,
celebrate.
It was yesterday. But every Friday we get together for family dinner, all
Yeah.
of us, and so we like to celebrate birthdays on
Yeah.
family dinner night.
We do. It's just easier because we're all together. But yum.
I'm excited.
So this year Jessica asked for an almond cake.
It's an almond cream cake.
So
I'm really excited about it.
you're very lucky that your grandmother made that for you. She already made it and she's put the cake in the freezer and
She
then
just has to make the frosting.
yes. So I'm not really a cake person.
No, you're not.
I'm
You've
really
never
not.
been.
You know what? I like pie. Peanut butter pie is my favorite. Are y'all cake people or pie people? Or
I'm a sugar person.
what about you?
I'd say I'm probably more pie than cake.
So Anna
Yeah.
worked at this coffee shop in Hot Springs, and they're known for their pies.
Yeah. So throughout the past, like decades ago, this family had the most amazing pies, and they were so beautiful. But my favorite one was the possum pie, which when people would come
I
in,
think it's a thing here. Don't you think it's a thing?
Because I
It's a
had
thing in
never heard of
Arkansas.
it.
I think it's an Arkansas.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of it before either.
But people would come in and ask what pies there were, and I'd be like, well, there's this possum pie, and they were like, well, what's in that? I said, well, I go out to that busy road out there in the morning, and just like, and then I'd,
So you're
Yeah.
you're alluding that it's roadkill pie?
yes. But it
The
was,
faces had to have been priceless.
So Anna really enjoys spinning the truth on things to see people's reactions.
yes, that's
Yes.
fair assessment.
Yes.
But it had this really yummy crust that had pecans or
I think
whatever,
pecans are in it.
and a cream cheese type filling, and it's huge.
So no possum.
No possum, no hair, nothing.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah. If there it was real possum, I'm sure we would have plucked all of the hair.
Ugh.
But
Skin it real nice and good.
That's so gross. That's so gross. Yuck.
also possums are so cute, and I would want to eat it.
I like lemon meringue pie. I like tart.
Yeah, anything lemon is good. Like
Anything lemon.
pound cake, I'll eat
Oh.
that.
You know what I love are those lemon Girl Scout cookies. They're not the kind with the cream in the middle of two sandwiches. It's not a sandwich cookie.
Mhm.
It's like a
like a
pretty little
shortbread
shortbread,
cookie.
and it's got this very, very light glaze
Oh,
on the
yeah.
back of it. I don't know what it's called, but
Lemonade.
it's a Girl Scout lemonade.
Lemonade.
It's so good, but not all regions sell it.
Hmm.
So, but that's my favorite. But I love lemon. Anything lemon. So good.
Anything sweet, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Us.
No, because not every sweet is worth the calories.
Well, that's true. No, that's true.
Yeah. Like if it has pecans in it, nope, can't do it.
You're not a nut person.
I like
So-
almonds, but I don't really I'm not a fan of, so
What's the correct way to say pecan? Is it
Pecan.
pecan? Okay.
I say pecan.
It's pecan.
Some people say pecan. Around here they say pecan, but I say pecan.
So
And I'm from Texas.
I've seen that thing that says, well, I don't know if this is really appropriate to say.
Oh, then you should totally say
Okay,
it.
so you know this is how you pronounce it. You say pecan. Well, now I can't even pecan. And then it shows a picture of like an outhouse, and it says, "This is a pecan." So I keep
Yeah.
that in.
That might have been borderline. Y'all don't care, do you? You don't care. I think that's funny. That's a good way to remember the
It
proper
helps me.
pronunciation. You got a good visual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't shake that visual.
No, gonna have that one for a while. That's funny. That's funny.
Well, I just finished a repeat.
Have you gotten any new yarn lately?
I mean, I was gifted some new yarn
Yeah.
for my birthday.
Oh,
Funny.
well.
And guess what?
Do tell.
Guess what, y'all? It's not Arkansas Yarn Company.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Some of it I did deep stash dive.
So I've got this Fun with Fiber skein. I think it's going to be self-striping. And it is hand-painted sock yarn. And it is 100 grams, 462 yards, which is interesting.
Maybe they twisted it off of a cone.
Possible. But this is really
The
pretty.
colors
It's
are
got
so pretty.
green and some rainbow to it. It's called Leprechaun's Booty.
So Jessica loves all things Irish. So I thought that she would really like that. And her boyfriend's favorite color is orange and Jessica's is lime green. And there's just plenty of it in there. It's so pretty. There's a little bit of pink in there and purple in there too. It's gorgeous.
And then I also received this skein from White Birch Fiber Arts.
Isn't that pretty?
And it's got these very vibrant teals and light blues and lime green.
It's
quite
kind of not
vibrant.
showing up quite the color.
It's called, the colorway is called My Lost Shaker of Salt, and it's 100 grams skein. It's an 80-20 merino nylon with 400 yards.
It's really pretty.
But it reflects that light really well.
It does. It really does.
And then over the summer, while you were on vacation, you brought me back this skein from Meadowcroft Dye Works of their Yarn Rehab. And it's this really pretty orange and green skein.
When I saw that, I also brought Anna back one because she was working here at the store with Jessica while I was at the beach. And so my husband took me on a yarn crawl as we were going through North Carolina, he mapped it all out and he took us to all the places. And in this one particular store, there were yarns that I thought looked just like the girls. So this one I thought was really a good representation of Jessica and Lucas and their relationship. So I thought it would be really pretty. And then Anna got one. I think hers had a lot of. Hers was blue and green, which was a good representation of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I like to shop at other yarn stores and share the love. I just love that.
Rehabilitation for the yarn bereft.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's so cute and it's super soft.
It is. It's very soft. That kind of leads us right into our giveaway for our first video.
Mm-hmm.
So for our first video, we are celebrating. We are giving away a kit from Loopy Mango.
It is. So can I tell them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know if she was going to let me tell y'all about this or not, but I am so in love with Loopy Mango right now. I really have enjoyed that little sweater, and I got most of that cranked out in probably 2 days. If I were to just sit and do it, a lot of the patterns in the book say that you can make it in a day. So there's knit on size 19 needles, and I have been so in love with it that I said to Jessica, I think we should bring that yarn company in. And so she goes, I don't know. And I said, well, I'm bringing that yarn company in. So
Well, they're very, very heavyweight yarn. I mean,
They
they're
Super.
it's mega bulky. It's
their skinniest yarn is worsted weight.
yeah.
Which is actually what we're giving away. We're giving
Yes.
away a skein of their Dream worsted merino,
Yes.
and a pattern for a hat to go with it, and one
Yeah.
of their drawstring bags.
I know, we should have brought that with us. We'll bring it next time so y'all
Well-
can take a look at it.
Well, Lucas is editing this. He can probably just put a little
Oh.
picture of it right above our heads there.
We'll just have Lucas pop it in for us.
Mhm.
He'll love that.
Yeah.
I think that y'all are gonna really enjoy it. It's a great way for you to have an opportunity to try it out before. And we're super excited to have it. I have almost all of the line in. The only thing I don't have right now is the summer, which is also a worsted cotton.
It's their worsted cotton.
And it we got a you know that little crop cardi that I showed you in the beginning, that pink one? They knitted that same sweater in the big cotton. It is the softest thing you have ever felt. It's
Their cotton is very soft.
so nice. So
what do we want them to do?
I think that we would love it if you would subscribe to our podcast. And we would love it if you're not already following us on Instagram. We would love it if you would follow us on Instagram
Or Facebook.
And then
Or
also, while you're out liking everything, pop over and like Jessica. She's Spa City Knits on Instagram. And Anna is Drea Bell Miss.
Drea Bell Miss? Something like that.
Drea Bell.
We'll
We'll
put a
have
link in
Lucas
the
put it in the down bar for you. And but go ahead and go like them also if you're out and about liking people. We would
So
love that.
for the contest, we'll have you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
And we'll have you like this video.
Yep. And leave us a comment. We would love to.
Where are you from?
Yeah, tell us where you're from.
We'd love to hear where you're from. We like
Yes.
to see who all visits us.
Yes. We love that so much that in our classroom we have a magnetic board of the United States, and people pin when they come here. They'll pin their location, and I'm so proud of this. But our little town has brought.
I mean, it's small town, like 10,000 people.
Yeah, we have
Small
brought 39 states just to Arkansas Yarn Company because they follow us and they want to see us, and that gives me a great sense of pride. I love that we're bringing commerce to our town. It's fun, so fun. So yeah, why don't y'all let us know where you're from, and go like all the things, and click the little bell so you get notifications. And how often do you think we're gonna podcast? Like every 2 weeks?
I think,
Yeah, let's do that because it's fun.
yeah, we could do every 2 weeks. They're probably not going to be long at first.
No, probably not. But
Oh, we're already at like fairly.
I mean, we're about 40, 50
Yeah.
minutes. So
yeah.
far.
Also, like the other thing I would love it if y'all would do is in the comments, can you leave us a message on some of the things that you'd like to see? What we can do to make our podcast stand out a little bit differently. I'm probably not going to be doing shop updates in here because I do that on Wool on Wednesday. So we're probably not going to make it like a Arkansas Yarn Co. infomercial. That's really not what it's about. Although for the majority of the time that the three of us are knitting, we're almost always knitting on Arkansas Yarn Co. yarn because it's so yummy. We just
But
can't help it.
I think I am going to start knitting some of our other yarn into some socks. I mean, you've got all those yarnables that you're
This
just absolutely loving.
Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Cheryl on the 4th, she has a contest going on right now, and
It's not
it
going to
is.
be out by then.
It won't.
Nope.
Oh,
You won't be able to edit till Thursday.
okay, so let's just.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I'm excited to use your yarnables. Cheryl's got nice yarn.
I need
Hypnotic.
to decide what to do with my Yarnable. I get the Yarnable subscription from Hypnotic Yarn every single month, and it's how I treat myself because I don't really. I go home and I come here, and I go home and I come here, and that's what I do. That's what you do.
It
And
is.
so
Occasionally go to Anna's.
yeah, where Anna comes over, and so I don't really do anything to treat myself, and so I subscribe to the Yarnable, and I love it.
It does look.
And we really need to start using it because I have almost an entire year of it now.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need to start knitting. Well, you need to start knitting.
I mean,
They're
we
giving me
could
a hard
just,
time,
like,
but
go through her stash.
I mean, we
I
could.
dye
I mean-
all the things.
I mean, this is my stash. This is all of my stash.
Aw, don't you feel sorry for Jessica? She has all this.
So I might just go diving through your yarnable
No.
boxes. I mean, you've got
No.
almost enough to fill the space.
There are some colors that are definitely more your palette than mine, but a lot of them are mine.
I think it would be fun though to just like open some up when she's not looking and take some yarn out of there and
and then close the box and
Yeah.
put it back.
put it back.
They're mean to me, y'all. They're mean to me. They're very mean. They gang up on me all the time.
That's what you get for inviting my best friend to the shop.
Well,
We love Anna. We love Anna. Y'all, she has the cutest idea for the next board. I can't wait for y'all to see it. When are you gonna do that?
well, I had thought about doing it today, but then I
We
see
got all that loopy mango.
Yes, they're
Like you
so-
have no idea. 5 big jumbo boxes.
We got a lot of
A
loopy
lot
mango.
of almost everything. The only thing we didn't get was the summer, and we got a lot. So
I think the three of us were working solidly for at least 4 hours.
4 or
Jess,
5 hours.
Jessica said
Yeah.
that she printed over 400 labels. We got over 400 skeins of yarn in the store today, and that's awesome. And I have
It's a lot of work
another.
for us.
I have another 100 skeins coming. I ordered them today.
Should be in by next week.
They should be in by next week.
Mhm.
That's gonna be
They
fun.
hustled it.
That's the dream that we're giving away for y'all. It's fun.
It's pretty. That dream.
So
I-
pretty.
I stopped by and looked at that. It's
So,
like set up
snuggly.
for a little photo.
Yeah.
So if today is the 1st, that would mean Friday is the 5th.
Yeah.
So our first video should be out, if you're watching, it should be Friday the 5th. So our next video should be out 2 weeks after that, and
Yeah.
that's when we'll announce our contest winner, our
Yep.
giveaway. We'll announce it during the video.
That'll be fun. We'll have it here so we can show you a picture of what you're getting. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful yarn.
Pretty.
It's so fluffy and squishy.
What is that? It's so fluffy. Oh my goodness, I love that
Love it.
part of the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we enjoyed spending time with y'all today.
We sure did.
Yep.
Thank y'all so much for stopping in and visiting us, and don't forget to leave us some comments down below. We love that. We're looking forward to hearing from you guys, and we'll see you next time.